We're back. Holy shit. We just started the cut, so I'm trying to get some of this unnecessary bulk weight off. I would say it's one of the best bulks I've done. But summer's around the corner. Yeah, I shot a video yesterday, but I didn't like it, bro. I'm not posting it if I don't like it, so sorry. I will get to the point to where I'm just perfect at it and it just flows and I don't overthink it or this, that, and the other, but I'm not there yet. So but yeah, I shot a video yesterday. I didn't post it because I didn't like it. But today I want to talk about like the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of success, the pursuit of anything really. Greatness, happiness is subjective, you know? What makes me happy might not make you happy, vice versa. But just like on this path, you know, I'm after like greatness, right? And it's like I just went through a transition phase. You know, I came back home. That was a transition. Been home for like 6, maybe 7 months. No, 5, 6 months. Going through another transition phase. Landed the job that I wanted, been wanting. And it's like the first thought is like, all right, now you could like settle down or like incorporate. You could like add stuff to this program or add things. And that was just a lapse of judgment, you know what I mean? That was like a low vibrational thought, you know, because I already know once you go through to the next level, it's usually not about adding things, it's about subtracting things. And even though I did just accomplish another goal on my list, getting this job, like I'm not done yet, you know what I mean? I'm nowhere near done. This is like the start, you feel me? Like this is the start. Was just me breaking even, getting back, you know, normal, you know, because everybody been working their dream job or their, you feel me, like people my age been working for like 8 years plus. So this is just me like getting back in position to situate myself for things in the future and things of that nature, right? So it's like I got this job. First thought, I'm like, oh, now I could like incorporate a woman, you feel me? Because like honestly, bro, like you shouldn't be trying to like court women or like get into no serious relationships if you're broke, bro. There's no reason to, because you're a man, and depending on the type of man you are, like eventually you know, if you're, you know, when I say broke, I just mean not in like a secure place financially, like to where your money is gonna be continually coming like for a long period of time, you know. You could be up for a little bit, but like eventually it's gonna run out if you stop hustling, right? And it's just no point to, because eventually when that time does come and the money does run out, like it's gonna cause a rift between you and Shorty. You're gonna feel less than of yourself because that's just naturally how you're gonna feel as a man. You want to provide, you want to take care of things, and if you can't, you know what I mean, you're probably not gonna express that to Shorty because we all know how that goes. So then it's just gonna cause you to act out in other ways. So it's best to just you know, focus on yourself, grow yourself, lift yourself up, build yourself, whatever you got to do for yourself while you're broke, and if you're single, you know. And then yeah, definitely don't be trying to court women or get with any serious type of relationships while you're broke. In my experience, it always fails because eventually the money runs out and then you're like, fuck, I don't want to tell Shorty about this bread. And then if you do, she's gonna act like it's cool, but then later down the road she's gonna throw it in your face or talk about it with the next dude, whatever. But at the end of the day, yeah, so I'm talking about the pursuit to greatness, pursuit to happiness, right? So I got this new job and I'm like, oh, time to incorporate a girl. I just increased my salary by 50K a year, woo woo. But I'm like, nah. I think about it, I'm like, dude, why would I add a woman when I've just barely dialed in the program the way it is? And I know I'm going to have to adjust it because my work hours are going to change. You know, it's going to be a lot of big transitions going on in my life. So incorporating a woman, then having to like get her routine down and incorporate it into mine, and then just sounds stupid to me, honestly. It doesn't sound like the right thing to do. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do. And plus I got money, but I'm not rich. I'm not comfortable. I'm not in a position where I could change the trajectory of my family. You know what I mean? And they say there is women out there that'll like help you along the way, help you build your kingdom. But honestly, since I've been back in America, I've yet to experience that. Yeah, so it's like, in my opinion, I believe that it's best to focus on yourself, focus on your goals, and focus on obtaining whatever you're trying to obtain out of life before you bring anything else into your ecosystem, whether that be a woman, whether that be like kids, whether that be like a new car, a new bill, a new expense, you know what I mean? And I just believe that it's more important because people who, in my experience, the people who go the opposite, they add the car, they add the wife, they add the kids, they add the house because they obtained a small sum of money, like, and they think like, oh, once this happens, then that'll happen, then I'll be able to. And that be able to time never comes. It never, that time never comes. You know what I mean? The time is now. The time is now to chase your goals, chase your dreams, pour into yourself, build the best version of yourself to give to the world ultimately. Because at the end of the day, I believe someone is missing out. You know, it's either the people who are out here working on themselves, growing themselves, creating stuff for themselves, by themselves, or the people who settled for the white picket fence American dream lifestyle. Someone's missing out. You know what I mean? And I believe both experiences are important for the development of a man, but you got to position yourself to have them at the right time. You know what I mean? Right and wrong is all subjective, and it all comes down to what you want out of life. I do understand and do believe that some people just were born and just wanted to be mothers or fathers or husbands or wives. You know what I mean? Some people, that's the peak of their imagination, peak of their dreams. You know what I mean? But for some people, it's not. You know, for some people, they want more out of life. For some people, that just seems like the bare minimum. I believe, like, if you always pour into yourself, always do the next right thing, and build yourself up as a man, you should never worry about when you're gonna have a kid or a wife. You know, you'll always be able to attract a kid or a wife. Attract a wife and have kids if you just pour into yourself as a man, do the next right thing, and stay righteous in all your endeavors. Women like that stuff. Stay busy, stay buff. That's simple. I talked about that X amount of videos ago. Stay buff and busy. You're always going to be able to attract a woman. And then if you attract a woman, the chances that you can get her pregnant are very high. You know what I mean? There's a slim chance you won't be able to get her pregnant. So, I believe it's important to focus on the goals, focus on the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of greatness, whatever that may look like for you. And then once you get there, you get close, then incorporate and add things to your life. But I've noticed in my experience, life's not about the things we need to add. It's usually about the things we subtract. As I get to a new level of enlightenment, a new level of growth, it's always about the things I need to subtract. I meant to say subtract. It's not about the things we need to add, but the things we need to subtract. When I got clean the first time and I went, out of my neighborhood, I had to subtract everything I used to know. My friends, my behaviors, everything, you know what I mean? When I got to Kansas, you know what I mean? I added things when I should have been subtracting things. I got there and I added things to my program. I added certain individuals. I added people. I added behaviors. I added apartment. I added a car, you know what I mean? Because I felt like that's what I needed to do. And ultimately, those are the same things that, led to my demise at the end of my college career that I've spoke about freely so many times. Then I went to Germany and I kind of was forced to subtract because of the lifestyle in Germany. It's not like America. It's a very minimalistic lifestyle. And then I started to see like, okay, I'm getting back to that place I was in like early 2016, 2017, 2018 before I went to Kansas. And I came back home and I've been working on this, getting this job because it's the last part of the plan. And now that I got it, I want a bunch of stuff because I got more money, you know what I mean? And I noticed that if I was to incorporate a woman, incorporate a house, incorporate anything like that, it would just ultimately hinder from not hinder. I would say now where I'm at, this is the perfect time for me to add those things. Not a woman, but like a car, my own space, because I've waited 8 years to get here. You know what I mean? I sacrificed this for 8 years to chase my dream, chase my goal. So when it comes to adding a car, adding my own space, that's coming. That's righteously on its way. But like when it comes to like adding a woman or things of that nature, or like trying to have kids, start a family, I don't think it's time for me for that. You know what I mean? And I was in a place where I was kind of trying to, you feel me? But like at the end of the day, it's not going to work out because I'm way too selfish right now. I'm way too focused on obtaining my goals because I believe and I know they're reachable. So focus on the process, focus on the pursuit, You know, when it's time to add all that stuff, the universe will tell you. The universe, you'll know exactly when it's time to add it. He will give you a vision, and you're gonna go test drive that car, and you'll know it's time. But that day you're hoping that'll come usually never comes. You know what I mean? The time is now to pursue any goal, any dream, or anything you want in life. Especially with the way the landscape of the internet is moving. We have more opportunity than ever to do it. And all you got to do is be consistent. You don't got to be perfect. You don't even got to know how to do it. You just got to stay consistent, and the internet and the universe will do exactly what it's supposed to. I promise. So focus on the pursuit, focus on the journey, focus on the process. Remember, life's not about adding things. It's more so about subtracting. Follow me on Instagram at staydownfit_Ray. Follow me at Bay Affiliated. Just dropped a dope pod. DM me if you're interested in any mindset, fitness, or nutrition training. Let's get it.